Alright, first off, I want to say Yokal, Halal, Yeho, Ba'ashem, Yehoshai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways in this work, in all sincerity and in all honesty. No, this is a brother Yawahala once again. I just want to do a quick listen on the whole slavery, right? Um, Jamaicans thinking that they're free, and other people across the world thinking that they're free, but they have a next thing coming, right? Now, I just want to do this, play some clippings to prove the fact that we aren't free. We're still slaves to this so-called white man, and in his system, because he's still in power, he still has the advantage and the upper hand in this society, right? And I just want to play a quick clipping from Roots to show you the history as to how far this man go back with his ideology and how him think of how society should be, of how us being slaves to this current society. Even today, people thinking that they're free, they're not. You understand me? They're still a part of this enslavement today because you have a different part. You have a different enslavement that's happening today. Play the clipping.
Damn, if I'm gonna give my niggas any part of my farm, now that land has been in my family for over 100 years. I'd as soon sell out to some carpetbaggers. I'm with you, Fred. Them niggas are putting on enough airs as it is. I'm making them landholders. And they can all own land as far as I'm concerned. What you saying, Archie? They're great. They can own them all they want. Now, boys, I respect your sentiments, but we gotta be realistic. Somebody has to work our land, and the niggas are done being slaves. I don't like breaking up my holding either, but I got no cash to pay wages, so I got to parcel out shares. I'll never owe nothing to a black except a whipping, and I always pay my debts. Fred, you are living in the past. You can't just go around whipping blacks. The federal authorities ain't gonna allow it. He's talking sense, boys. There's gonna be a circuit judge through here regular, and the army's here to back him up. We ought to band together and string up a few of them, just to set a proper example for the rest. Now you're talking. There's a lot more minus than plus to that notion. It might sound good, but I'll tell you about plus and minus, Chef. Plus is what I come out of the war with. I come out plus a Yankee mini ball in my knee. Come out plus a limp that I'm gonna have the rest of my natural days. And I'm minus my brother, Chef. And I'm telling you, no white man killed him. No white man killed nothing in the last month of war. Niggers killed him. And every step I take, every time my leg twinges on me, I recollect who's responsible for all the pluses and minuses that I gotta live with now. Yeah, I'll recollect who done it to me. Niggers. Well, gentlemen, I think I'd better leave now. I'm bound to uphold the law. Gave my solemn word to do that. And it seems to me that upholding the law just ain't what this meeting's all about. Just a minute, Sheriff. I'm going with you. Senator, these men respect you. And surely you're not for violence.
I agree that misdirected violence is dangerous, Mr. Jackson.
What do you have to say, Senator? We ain't heard from you yet. And what do you think we ought to do about it, Senator?
It is my intention to acquire property in this county, a great deal of property.
If it was anybody but you, Senator, I'd say out of hand, you was plumb crazy. Oh, the land of Dixie ain't worth a horse's apple without slaves to work it.
Our Negra, under misguided new business arrangements, is to receive a share of the crops that he works. But of course, before that profit is paid, his share of costs must be deducted. Grains, tool, wagons, mules, horses, feed.
And somehow he just never manages to catch up on the cost, ain't that right?
It doesn't matter who works the land. What counts is who owns it. Property is power. It always has been and always will be. Whoever controls the land controls the people on it.
Alright, so whoever control Jamaica, control the people on upon it. Simply put. You see me? The man explains here, look, these slaves who think things come up to set them free, they ain't free, they're still slaves. As long as them upon the land and they want to do nothing them off the horse, the crop, the grains, everything them off until them can pay that off, they're still slaves. Alright?
I guess you know what you're doing, Senator.
You sure I do, sir. By and by, old Brother Rabbit, he's gonna get where he want to be.
Let's see if we can find the part. Look for the part where we'll find the see here.
George.
What?
You've all been concerned about what's going to happen now that Mr. Harvey has left. Well, let me reassure you that nothing is going to change. Mr. Harvey's agreement with you will be honored. You will receive a fair percentage of the crops you raise. Well, what do you say to that?
It's very kind of you, sir. But if Mr. Brent's going to be in charge, I don't think my people wants to stay on.
Well, you're free to go, of course. Just as soon as you pay up your debt.
What debt?
According to the farm's ledger.
You hear that? So them say, yo, you're free, cause them say you're free, so you can go as soon as you pay debt. Man is like, wait, what debt? We don't know about the debt. You see me? And now the money explains, say, yo, look, you know, you're not dead. Just like Jamaica. Every newborn was born over 600,000. You can go look it up. You see me? Every newborn was born over 600,000. Right? And until them can pay that debt, and the older you grow, the more your debt accumulate. You can't pay that off. Trust me. If you're a newborn pay off 600,000, seriously, right? And then by the time them reach the eligible age of 16 or 18, them owe 10 times that amount. 10 times that amount or even more. You understand me? Play this.
You was advanced $235 worth of seed, grain, and other supplies against future crops.
But Mr. Harvey said he fixed that. Told us we was free and clear.
That's peculiar. The agreement's on file at the county clerk's office, and I don't recall seeing that in the deed of sale.
Now, you work hard, and your share will reduce your debt considerably.
$235 ain't all that much. Well, in the meantime, don't nobody try leaving here. This here's a legal matter. We can get the sheriff to lock you up.
Senator, sir?
Which is true. It is true out here. Because them tell us, yo, look, you owe money or you owe the state money. You have to pay that off. You have to clear your debt. Until you clear your debt, you have to work. Where you think we need a TRN, NIS, them little thing there. Alright? So we can be registered to the system to show that we're paying our taxes. To show that we're keeping up to what we owe the government. And we need to pay off the government the debt. Because the government go on, you know what? Finish this before me go no further.
Is this what you want?
I thought I made it clear, boy. Mr. Brett speaks for me. Mr. Johnson. We were wondering what your plans are now that Mr. Harvey's left.
Well, I ain't got no special plans, sir. I just go and work to my share, I guess. I'm afraid that won't do, George. You see, me and the senator, we got certain feelings about white folks sharecropping alongside niggers.
You hear that? Make it differentiate, yo. Man say, yo, me a part of the farm. Man say, yo, no. Me and the senator have certain feelings. regarding the whites working the crop with blacks. Sure, you say, oh, these men only look out for themselves, yo. You get me? And them purposely put things in place for put us people under more bondage. Even when they come out say you were free, man, they make you know say, oh no, you ain't free. You're still slaves. You're still niggas in our eyes. And until then, you're still slaves to us. You get me?
Why should a smart young fellow like you want to work like a common field hand when there are other opportunities to consider?
We need somebody to keep his eye on things for us, to make sure the work gets done. Job's yours if you want it.
I don't know, Mr. Brent. I ain't much about overseeing.
I'll pay you a good wage. If things work out, maybe someday you and your family can move into the main house here, huh?
See, and then put him back to the point of overseeing. Right? So when them say, oh, slavery abolished and, it's all done away with. Slavery abolished and it's all done away with. In this little clippings here. The man say, oh, look, them put it right back in place. You're going to be the overseer. Y'all going to be slaves until you can pay off on the debt. And then fall right back in that line there. You understand me? We'll go for one next clipping for this.
Stokes was freer than he will ever be.
That's the problem with you, Yankee. You don't have the strength to fight your masters, then. You're lazy. You can take for the scraps. You're happy to sing and dance for them.
Oh, please. Every Jamaican talks that maroon bullshit. What, you didn't get your freedom, what? 1962. And then you got enslaved by the World Bank. All you're known for is Marley, marijuana, and murder.
Quincy McIver wanted to fight the Italians and the Irish.
Which is true. You get me? We get we independence in that year. But guess what? We got enslaved by the World Bank. You understand me? The world, which is IMF, come out here and people of today well know IMF. See them come out here and then put them legislation, say, oh look, we're gonna lend them the money, but we're not gonna lend them the money when we want, for don't want to. We're gonna lend them the money and tell you what to do with the money. Right? Tell you how to spend the money and how to use the money. Right? And guess what? It turned on that we're indebted to the IMF and we have to do exactly what them say. Couple times last year or 2 years ago, you hear say, oh, we have to pass IMF tests. And oh, Jamaica passed the next IMF test and we're hoping to pass the next one so we can go. Like, and you hear that, yeah, so weird. A business this or slavery this? What we have to do exactly what the master said, how him say it, and make sure so we get it done the way him like it. Or else. You understand, man? She just say it a while ago and this is supposed to be Luke Cage series, Luke Cage season 2. Right? And this is the truth. The plain cut truth. Get this. Hold on. Oh crap. Yeah. Alright, so this is Proverbs 22:7. It say, oh, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is a servant to the lender, which is true. A borrower is always going to be the servant to the lender because when he borrow the money, the man will tell him how he want him to pay it back, make sure he pay it, and he have to go work twice as hard just to pay back that debt. Right? So when our people thinking that they're free, walking up and down, dilly-dallying and going to parties and all, them don't know so they're still indebted to this ruler, this so-called white man. Right? Because who owned the IMF? Who owned the World Bank? Think about that. If you're gonna debate or try to go against the fact that we're not indebted, we're not in slavery by the so-called white man, just question who owned these big franchises, these bankers, the world elites. Who are they? Right? Who are they? And then you're gonna know who your real slave owners. because you think you're not under bondage still, but you are. This is why you have to get up every day to work a 9 to 5 to pay bills, your tax, your rent, right? You have to go back to work, and if you get up and go back at work, for work money for go do all of these things. And some people are gonna say, oh, but yeah, we have to work in order to do. Who make it so that we have to work? Who build this system or society so that it go the way how it's supposed to go? If you're gonna defend the thought or the actions being played out, who make it so that it can play out like this? Well, the Heavenly Father first and foremost, right? So-called white man, him set up him set up things in place so that it's supposed to flow the how it's supposed to flow. Him set the hourly rate, him set the hours where you're supposed to work, the money you're supposed to earn in that hourly rate, and everything that goes with it. You feel him do everything in their best interest for the people, set on a free, and then set on the can go on free, building their own land, getting their own land, building a house, and live life. No, this man never preached that way there. This man always have a thing against our people. This is Amos 1 verse 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgression of Edom, because who's the father of Edom? Esau. Esau is the father of Edom. Edom mean wasted away is he. And for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof. The Lord never turn away in punishment. Why? Let me show you why. Because he did pursue his brother with the sword. Esau did pursue Jacob with the sword, and Jacob name changed from Jacob to Israel. And then from Israel come the 12, the children of Israel, or the 12 tribes of Israel. Right? Or the sons of Israel, basically. And out of the sons, you have the 12 tribes. And each and every one of the children of Israel nowadays, under slavery, the blacks, Latino, the West Indians, same blacks. No, there's no such thing as African American. The Mexicans, the Hispanics, I mean, all those people are children of Israel, yo. And do the history, check your records. Which people on earth are being more oppressed than everybody else? Who them are sending in the community to set up shops and all that, and them can't do it? Which people of the biggest track record of going to jail, prison, selling drugs, prostitution, all of that? Our people, yo. Who set it like that? So-called white man set this place so that it can fall perfectly in line with how he want it, yo. For putting down our people, for put us in more bondage. You're thinking that you're free, but you're not. Right? Scripture saying, pursuing brother with the sword, and it cast off all pity. Him not feel no remorse for it. And his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. Which you watch a video a while ago, the man, you see for yourself how them people are feeling. Man said himself, him not share nothing with these niggas. Him family have the land for over 100 years. And him not come share nothing with them people, yeah. We him see as slaves. We're forever slaves in their eyes, yo. Good for nothing blacks. We're supposed to work for them. Who built this economy? Who built the American society? It was on the slaves of blacks. It was on the back of black slaves, yo, or slaves to be exact. Over here in Jamaica, who built it? You think these so-called white men come down here and bring contractor or whatever? No, blacks did this. You think like, oh, you see Chinese come out here and build roads and them thing there? Oh, same blacks did it back then. To get it to where it is now. And even when we get it to where it is, we're still indebted to this man. Because guess what? He put him laws, right? If you set it up, say, look, until we pay off with debt, we're still slaves, yo. And people will defend the fact that we actually owe money and we need to pay it off. Who decides who own money in the first place? I think we just get up and say, oh, we do it. Look, me just share the clippings where the man them sit down and make up them things. Say, look, who owns the land has power over it. Has power over what they on it and the people who depend on it. Now ask the question, who owns Jamaica? If he say I just some group of it's the ruling class, it's the ruling class who in the power seat right now owns this land, yo. This is Deuteronomy 28 start at 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. And that's a part of a curse that the Lord put upon me. Right? And who get up above thee above us very high? The Indians them come out here and set up them little electrical store and them jewelry store and all of that. Right? And who them hire? Them hire the blacks for working in them place, and the blacks them get little to nothing as pay. You understand me? And these men, these heathens will come in our land. Well, come around us actually, because this is not our land. Come around us, make a hefty profit off our head. The Chinese come out here and set up them shops and them wholesale, right? And they will hire a few blacks because they will hire for them people first. They will put for them people in above our people first. And then when them need a little more help, them hire the blacks. And what them do? Them have our people work like a workhorse, yo, 9 to 5, and them pay them exactly how much them decide to pay them. And you can't get $1 more from them. Right? Just like what the scripture said. We read a part here, verse 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. The exit bank. Chinese exit bank. Who you think bail out Jamaica how much time since lately? If he say the IMF alone, no. You have records where Portia go over China and them lend her how much money, how much millions to come back out here and get things sorted out. Who you think I pay for the road being done in Jamaica here right now? Right now down 3 Mile, them have set up one bridge for go straight cross from 3 Mile to Portmore for cut out what? Traffic. Who you think I do all of the work there? Who you think make the major highways here in Jamaica? Why you think the toll them get designed after them build the road? So we can pay back the debt to all these people. And even after the debt is being paid, because the debt them will pay easy how much people pass through the toll. And even after the debt is being paid, why you think the toll that them earn a profit off our head, yo? He shall be the head and thou shalt be the tail, which is true. Which is exactly true. Why you think them have more say in our country? Them there complain say your fireworks said for go on since 2018, and them should bring an article for sure say yo, are the Chinese them sponsor the fireworks for Jamaica. A lot of things that is being done are taking place here. Is other people come in and invest in our country, spend for our country, or our people can't do crap. If we say because we can't afford it, because we can't do no better, please, our people, you have people out here who have money we can do things. But them first now get the contract. Them first now get the rights for all of this. Other investors or other foreign bodies who can come in and do them, please. Chinese get little to no tax. Especially when they bring them goods to the country. Them go clear off a wharf. As a matter of fact, who even own wharf? If you say Jamaica wharf is a private entity right now. It was sold. Right? It's owned by the Chinese. Right now they're not looking to make Goat Island them own place. They want to make Jamaica them place where them do transport, where them do them trading. Right? It say moreover all these curses shall come upon thee, and thou shalt pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power to keep his commandment and his statutes which he commanded thee, because you turn from the heavenly Father. That's why this come down upon you. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Because guess what? All of this happened back then still come to play now. And our people walk upon them lavishly thinking that them freedom can do what them want to do. And I realize that we're still under oppression of our slave masters, yo. Jump to verse 28. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. Who's our enemy? So-called white man, yo. If he say wish us any good, him and these other nations out there, right? The other heathens. You think they wish us any good? They only see us for who we are, filthy slaves. Not kings, not prince upon this land. Filthy slaves. We're supposed to work for them. We're supposed to make them see profit are coming in. Them not supposed to do not much but relax and watch us work for them. Right? And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, and until he have destroyed thee. How am I destroy? Destroy we as a no, destroy the name. We don't know ourselves. Right? Because if I destroy our people would be dead by now. He don't want that. He want to take it out of our mind, say, yo, we're Israelites. We're the sons of the Heavenly Father. When of us are called ourselves African American, Jamaicans, West Indians, right? You name it, you name it, Mexicans, Latino, West Indians, and him have we call ourselves that. We're none of those bywords. We're Israelites, yo. We serve a living power, which his name is Yahweh, and his son is Yahweh Shai. Right? That's how he destroy we. By taking the name of our father and his son from us, taking the name of our birthright, the rightful people will rule. Him take everything about our history, him take from we. And him give to others. Him give to himself actually. Call himself a Jew. He's Jewish. Right? I make you people think that you're so-called African Americans. I'm a proud African. No, I'm a proud African American. No such bullshit exists, yo. Look up the history of Africa. Look up the history of America, where the name them come from. And then you'll ask yourself if you're African American. It says, oh, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from one end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. These Indians, Chinese, even the America, because we never know English. Our native language was not English, it was Hebrew. Right? And then when you look, Christopher Columbus come over and say him discover Jamaica with people on it. Him discover the West Indies with people on it. Think about that. And that's what history tell you. Christopher Columbus discovered Jamaica and the West Indies. And then history over here will tell us, yo, people did there before Christopher Columbus come. So why them say, oh, who have power for so-called right history now? Who in charge of our history? Think about that for a change. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor of the young, because him walk anybody with him see. Him not done pity, him not done mercy for none of we. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed. Because when do? And take what we have and make it him own, right? Make it mandatory that we have to sell food goods cheap, right? Cheaper than what we can afford for maintain our stuff, for plant back our goods. Because you have video, you have documentary for show, say, oh, this man come over in our economy and say, oh, look, we export too much. We need to import more. Drop the dollar. Drop the dollar. Make the Jamaican dollar value little to nothing. Right now, the Jamaican dollar must climb back to 130, 132 or between 132 to 135 to $1. Why would dollar value so little? So that this man can come in and make him policies. See, IMF set these laws, set these principle for we have to follow. Guidelines so we can go by to destroy our people, to put our people more in bondage, more oppression. But you people thinking that you're free. You people thinking that you know you're not under slavery anymore. That you can go and do whatever you want to do. Live your life, party, live it up. But you have a next thing coming, yo. You have a next thing coming. With that, I want to say Yokal, Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers amid the highways and byways doing this work in all sincerity and in all honesty. The sisters, the believers, the helps. Shalom.